Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here, and I have in my opinion, it's a wonderful update. I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be controversial, so right before I begin the video, I want you guys to put your opinions down in the comments, okay? After the end of the video, after you watch this. Because one of the major things that just happened with this new spring update, which I think is actually gonna fix quite a bit, and I'm gonna explain why. They fixed the fact that some people can have elucidates and other people can't. They basically fixed an inherent unfairness in the game. What did they do? They got rid of this card right here. This beautiful card. This card! Sorry. This card. They got rid of it as a quest drop in Celestia. Now, why don't we explore the history of the Elucidate before we focus on exactly how this is so big. Elucidate first came out as a regular spell when Celestia came out. It was trainable just like Gargantuan, just like any of these star spells. Now, when we're looking at how Elucidate works, it reduces pip cost by 2. So when we have a spell like Pixie, for example, right? Back then, there were no heal enchants. So the only way you could actually enchant a Pixie was with an Elucidate. You could literally heal yourself for 2 pips. For 0 pips, for what would be 2 pips. So you could have a free turn of healing. Now, there's only one spell that can accomplish that right now, and that's Minor Blessing, and that's 65 health for 0 pips. So literally, it's like putting a plus 325 heal boost on a Minor Blessing, and that's what you would have done with an Elucidate. It's like an insane heal enchantment. That's basically one of the main reasons why, as a spell, it was obviously broken and it was taken away. They didn't want that new level of strategy. And now, with Shadow Pips, you can see why that's such a bad idea. Right now, Shadow Pips are 5 pips. Since you can gain at most 2 pips a round, that means that you could literally do it in 2 rounds in, basically. Like, let's see. Let's take a Shadow spell right here, right? If I elucidated either of these, I only need to wait 2 rounds to do it. And at that point, anyone could have done it. So, the reason they first took it out was because it was actually very, very OP. However, they did keep it as a TC form, not as a drop. Now, it's not a drop at all, okay? It's never been a drop, it never will be a drop, but it was a quest reward from a guy in Celestia that we're going to pay a visit to. So what actually ended up happening is that you were questing through the main storyline, and as soon as you reached Celestia, there was a quest in the Science Center that gave the Elucidate. Now, the Elucidate, the reward was only 2 Elucidates, but the way people got around having more than 2 Elucidates was, 1, literally scamming kids out of it, because, I mean, this is kind of funny in my opinion, but I think it's a little messed up if you ask me. Literally, they would stand by this dude in the Science Center and offer to help or gift for 2 Elucidates that they would get at the quest reward, and they wouldn't do it. They would just take the Elucidates and they would run. So, the reason why this is so huge is because now, the quest reward for Elucidates has been replaced with, oh wait, wrong place. Hold up. Let's pay my boy a visit. His name is Engineer Montgomery. Yeah, I already know his name before I go there. This guy, after you did a main quest with him, he would give you the Elucidates, but now he only gives you Unstoppables. So now, what this means is that Elucidate is officially a retired spell. A TC, I mean. So when you think of a retired TC, what am I talking about? I'm talking about spells that you might not have even heard of until now, like Dampen Magic and Life Bane. I'm gonna put those 2 spells on the screen right now, and trust me, I'm not gonna judge if you have no idea what they are. They're retired spells, meaning they don't exist anymore. They're not able to be gotten. Now, that doesn't, remove from the fact that some people have 1,000 Elucidates right now. But the more they use, the more they'll never be able to get back. So, for example, right now, what I have on this Wiz is 9 Elucidates. I don't think I'm going to use them anymore, in all honesty, because they're retired and there's no way to get them back. They'll no longer be a regular form of gameplay. And what's great is that when someone predicts, like, let's say you have 2 pips and a Shadow Pip, so 4 pips and a Shadow Pip, 2 power pips. You wouldn't expect someone to cast a 5 pip spell, but with an Elucidate you could overcome that. That was a major use of an Elucidate that people didn't like, because you couldn't predict anything. Because you always had to see, wow, what if they have an Elucidate, Not to mention, Dispels, they can't be elucidated anymore. So the best Dispel are the special 1-pip Dispels that you can pick up at the Bazaar. Those are the best Dispels now. Elucidate Dispels don't exist anymore. So what really is great now, you can't just keep making sure that your opponent can't attack while you gain pips. That's basically, the Elucidate Dispels are one of the most broken things in the game, and I'm glad they fixed it. Now, the reason I think this is more significant than ever is And I'm not saying I'm causing this. I never said I'm not going to take credit for any of this, but hear me out. About 2 months ago, I made a video called Top 10 Ways to Improve Wizard 101. And this is actually not even the first thing that they've actually addressed, which I like a lot, actually. So when I was talking about the top 10 ways to improve, I was talking about a lot of the advantages that some people have that other people don't have, you know? Like, and equalizing the game starts with things like Elucidate. The reason I don't like Elucidates is because the people who have 1,000 Elucidates, they didn't get them legitimately. They paid money for them. Money that, one, Wizard101 doesn't endorse, and two, are basically done on basically it's a Wizard101 black market. And they basically got rid of the black market. Now, what I hope is that Elucidates aren't farmable, because if they're, I mean, actually, no, if they're farmable, or if they're dropped from, like, fishing things or something, I don't mind it. They might actually still be dropped from silver chests, you know, all over the place. The thing with that is that, one, poor little kids who got the Elucidates, like, right here, won't be walking out right here and seeing some greasy dude standing and saying, hey, yo, Khan, let me gift you for those 2 Elucidates. That's not going to happen anymore, and I really appreciate that. The use of Elucidates is going to decline a lot, and if you do use Elucidates, it's just not a smart thing to do. So, that's a little history of the Elucidates. My opinion on it, I've already made this clear over the past. I think the ways Elucidates have been used, the only way to actually fix them, like the TC, is to make sure that they can't make something 0 pips. So you can't make a Pixie 0 pips. You can't make a Dispel 0 pips. You can't make a Leprechaun 0 pips. That would be unfair, in my opinion. What I think an Elucidate could be used for is maybe like a Satyr. I think that's just innovative. Maybe a Shadow Spell, although I think, you know, I would have to draw a line maybe with Shadow Spells. But you see the point here, like, Elucidates, you'd have to have a lot of limits on them for them to be used in any way that everyone could consider fair. So I'm glad that they got rid of it. We'll see how this goes, because the value of an Elucidate isn't yet the value of a Life Bane. Because right now I have 9 Elucidates, but I have 0 Life Banes, you know? So this, you know, this will never... I'll never use it again. I mean, I think I still have 1 Elucidated... Yeah, there we go. I have 1 Elucidated Wingstar that I'm going to have to use. But even that, I'm going to have to save for a very special occasion now. So just beware. You know, you've been warned. The Elucidate is once again dead, just like it was supposed to be from the beginning. And I think Wiz is starting on its way to rebalancing the game. I know everyone has their opinion on the crit block system. I think it fixed a lot. I know everyone has an opinion on Myth, but I think Baba Yaga gave them a very, very important development. So, give me your opinion in the comments below. Do you think Elucidates were great and that it was a mistake to remove them? Or do you think that Elucidates were something that everyone had a little bit of, and some people had a lot of, and you could, like, those some people, they use them consistently. I'm not trying to hate on anyone when I say this, okay? And please, if... I know, for some reason, whenever I say something, people take it the wrong way. And I'm saying this right now. Do not take this the wrong way. But there are specific YouTubers that I've seen literally use Elucidates when they don't have enchants, just because they can. And that's going to stop from now on. So, I'm not calling out any names, because, I mean, I guess that would be immature. Sorry, I have a cough. But, I'm just saying, like, I think having one resource that no one else had, it's removed now. And I think that was a really good thing for Wiz to do. Once again, I'm going to end off the vid, but give me your opinion. I really want to know what you guys think. Hey, let me get that wooden chest. Maybe there's an Elucidate in there. Lol, JK. There ain't none. And let's speculate. Do you think there might be another way to gain Elucidates? You never know. That's a mystery behind it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Stay awesome. And yeah, keep your Elucidates safe, because they need children and care too. Yeah!